we're joined by Singapore-based mobile technology company Grab, who built an everyday, everything super app to match consumers to common services in Southeast Asia. Now we'll see how they're evaluating Azure Synapse to improve their data governance with things like dynamic data masking and row-level security to empower business users in different countries and verticals to compliantly access and analyze their data. So I'm joined today by solution architect Adi Uttama, coming from Singapore today. Welcome to Microsoft Mechanics.
Thanks. It's great to be on the show.
With so many different services across so many different regions and countries, it's a pretty unique challenge to deliver this kind of service at scale and also in a secure way.
Right, it is. So we have about 300 or so analysts combing over 30 terabytes of data a day. And we are always looking to find the next opportunity to better serve our customer and to identify new services that we can bring into the market. We've been really focused on building a self-service analytics platform that allows the right permissions for our analysts to access data regardless of their skill level.
So how are you doing this right now? Can you describe your current setup?
Sure. Let me show you with the visual to explain. Our original solution was open source based. We decoupled our compute and storage engine. Our data lake is storage, and we use Presto for our compute and data warehousing. Our analysts could query from a number of interfaces, such as our internal ETL tools for SQL-based querying to get filtered views of data, or they can use data visualization tools and notebooks. Now, as we've grown, we needed a way that supports a better data governance, as the current solution doesn't natively support rich access control features. So there's no row-level security, there's no column-level security in the current solution. We've had to constantly duplicate the data for each country and filter the views manually. There are a number of pain points here. For example, because the data is live queried and not cached, it needs to be recomputed each time we access it. This increases our compute costs and reduces performance. Now, to ensure the right access control is in place, our data engineers need to create multiple views per table available based on the location. This results in a high maintenance and storage overhead. And of course, at the end of the day, this isn't very scalable.
Yeah, so it's kind of the opposite. When we think about role-based access controls, you're actually having to create bespoke data sets then for every individual access requirement. So if you start to kind of extrapolate this across 8 different countries, 8 views, the same table, and you factor that then by city, it sounds like you'd have to create maybe hundreds of views or more of the same data.
Exactly. We have petabytes of data that are constantly changing every day, and we have around 1,000 active dashboards that our analysts are using. Now, our analysts are having to recreate the access control literally one dashboard at a time.
So how have you approached then your solution and your evaluation with Azure Synapse to respond to this and make things better?
Right. So we've now started to develop a more mature model for data governance and analytics in a single service. The raw data comes into our data lake on Azure, and we are able to transform them using Synapse in conjunction with Azure Databricks. We store our processed data in SQL pools for data warehousing capabilities. From here on, we are able to query the data and visualize it through notebooks at scale. And the most exciting part for us is the governance capabilities that can be achieved through row-level and column-level security. This allows us to lock down the data at the cell level. And we also have dynamic data masking, which allows us to redact sensitive data while it is being shared with analysts. And we're also able to have a unified authentication system with Azure Active Directory with multi-factor authentication across these services.
That's great. And thank you so much for joining us today, Audi. And by the way, if you liked hearing from Grab about their Azure Synapse evaluation, please check out the rest of our How We Built It series at aka.ms/Azure Synapse series to learn from early adopters also kicking the tires with Azure Synapse. That's all the time we have for today's show. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye for now.